I had a bad case of the munchies. Smoking alone in the privacy of my hotel room, the hunger for cheap food gradually filled me until I reluctantly determined that the situation needed to be dealt with. I internally debated whether to make the journey to the 24-hour convenience store near my hotel or to rough it and try to get over my high with sleep. A part of me reasoned that it was right down the street. I didn't even need to drive. The other part of me whined that it was 3 in the morning and nearly 30 degrees out. I argued with myself for a couple more minutes until the hunger decided my fate. I pulled on my coat and grabbed my room key off the dresser. Not wanting to deal with 10 flights of stairs, the elevator presented the only other solution, so I made my way down the carpeted hallway, past the doors of sleeping occupants and an abandoned room service cart. Eventually, I made it to the end of the hall, and I pressed the down button on the steel panel. I heard the unit rumbling down from a few floors above. I was on the 8th of a 10-story hotel, so it didn't surprise me how the doors opened shortly after the descent had started. The doors opened. The cabin wasn't empty. There was a couple holding hands leaning against the back wall. The man was a little shorter than the woman, and he had a chin-strapped beard with beady green eyes. I didn't like the looks of him. The woman was tall and Asian. She had parted black hair and showed no movement or expression. She just stared at me with glassy, emotionless eyes. I went to press my button for the lobby, and then I noticed that there were no other buttons pushed yet. This was strange because it meant the couple hadn't selected their desired floor, so I was just standing in the elevator a few floors up. I shrugged it off and pushed down the L. I tried not to look at the strange couple, but I could feel the stare of the Asian woman in the back of my head. The elevator started moving downward the entire trip down. I could feel the eyes of the woman on my neck, and I could hear a chin-strapped beard man talking to himself quietly. Time moved slowly. I wanted to get away from this freaky couple. Eventually, after an awkward minute of silence beside the soliloquized mothers, the metal door slid open. I walked out, the couple didn't. As the doors closed, I got a final view of them. The man kissing the woman, and the woman just staring at me with her cold, glassy stare. Anyway, by the time I reached the cash register, the hunger had gotten unbearable. I don't feel the need to list all the items I bought, but I can assure you it was more than the casual shopper would have gotten. With my 2 plastic bags in hand, I headed back towards the hotel. I hoped the couple wouldn't be in the elevator. If they were, I would take the stairs. But as I got closer to the hotel, all those thoughts disappeared. I saw flashing red and blue lights, ambulance and police all around my building. I rushed over to my door and I tried to get in, but I was stopped by a police officer. He told me that the employee had discovered the murdered body of an Asian woman in my building. I told him I had just ridden in the elevator with her and her boyfriend. He looked at me grimly. She was found in the elevator, he said. Her body was hanging from a curved nail in the elevator wall. No visible marks on her front or side, but an impressive array of knife wounds up and down her back. Forensics can already confirm she's been dead for at least 24 hours, he finished. We just looked at each other for about 20 seconds, and my mouth hung open in shock. The police officer added, "Now I think you should probably come give me a description of this boyfriend you mentioned."